الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الكريم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Welcome to everyone. Can everybody hear me? Just to make sure first.
Yeah, yes, doctor. Walaikum salam. We
Okay.
can hear.
Islam.
Audible.
وعليكم السلام.
Right, excellent. So inshallah, so this hopefully inshallah will be a short meeting, just to be able to answer any of your questions, as well as to share with you what you can expect from the forthcoming programs, inshallah. So to begin with, let me say that there will be three programs. So sometimes, if you hear that there are other programs taking place, you might want to know what they are. So there are three programs which are taking place from the 1st of August, and going all the way until the 11th of August, inshallah. Um, so those three programs are: one, as we know, the main program is the Leading with Impact training program, which is taking place from the 1st of August until the 8th of August. So from Friday to Friday will be one program, um, which will be taking place and at in at the university. The second program, which will be taking place, is one called Islam for Critical Thinkers. And this is a parallel program to the leadership program. This program will take place on the Saturday and the Sunday, which is the 2nd and the 3rd of August. And it will be at a nearby venue, but close to where the leadership program will be taking place. Those who will be attending that program will be sharing meals and some other things, but it's a different program that will take place, inshallah. Um, I'll just give you an idea of what it is that leadership program is like. So it's called Islam for Critical Thinkers, and basically, if you look at the the content of that one. So it's all about critical thinking, looking at uh, um, purpose of faith, of decision making, critical thinking tools, looking at the whole issue of what we call triangulations and evidence-based rulings, um, and different models, toolboxes, um, and so on and so forth. So all of these will be covered, inshallah, in that particular program. Of course, if you are on this program, you will benefit from these topics, but these topics will not be covered. Most of these topics will not be covered in the leadership program. So that's the first thing. So it's two separate programs, inshallah. The next program which will take place, and this is another one which will take place once the leadership program finishes. So the leadership program finishes on Friday, the 8th of August. And once that program finishes, then there's another program which starts, which is called Mentoring for Life. Um, and that program is the one to be able to, um, is designed to teach you the skills of mentoring. Because if you look carefully at the curriculum for the leadership training program, you realize that a lot of the skills which are related to communication skills and coaching and mentoring and so on is not included. But all of those are included in this particular program. Of course, this program is designed for a much smaller group, so it's not designed for a group as large as those who are coming for the leadership training, but it's for a smaller group because it's a lot more hands-on in terms of its training and in terms of what is expected of the participants. But what is covered would be things like mentoring essentials. We teach on this particular program 8 core mentoring skills and competencies. Things like active learning and effective feedback and developing rapport and whole feedback skills and so forth and so on. The skills of how do you design mentoring programs is also covered. Again, you do have projects on this, and we go through practical training where you actually have to conduct mentoring sessions and get feedback on that. We use different different models. For this particular program, we'll be looking at three different models. One is called the agro model. Another one is called the 5C and this G star models that we'll be looking at, inshallah. So it is quite hands-on. It's quite intense in this particular program because we're trying to get a lot of stuff done within the 3 days. So that program is from the 9th until the 11th of August. And then we come to the leadership training program, which all of you are eagerly excited to attend. So this program again will start on the 1st and will end on the 8th, inshallah. I think the what we have placed into the into the group, the WhatsApp group, is a link to the Canva document. And what the Canva document does is that if there are any changes which are made to the Canva document, then that automatically shows. So it means that if you downloaded, let's say, a version of the timetable and of the event guide 2 weeks ago, the if you try to download it again now, then you would realize that it's different. Um, there will be another updated version of the event guide, which will come out probably on Tuesday or Wednesday, just before the program starts. And this has more to do with the timetabling in terms of trying to, because we do have quite a lot of resource persons who are facilitating sessions. I think there are at least 20 something resource persons on the program who will be delivering different sessions. So it's a logistically it's quite a challenge to be able to ensure that everybody is comfortable with the time which has been allocated for their sessions. So there will be a little bit more changes. So hopefully the final version will come out on um, by Wednesday, inshallah. Um, Now, in terms of the I mean, this is available to everyone, so I'm not going to go through everything in detail, but I do want to explain that this program is not just a residential 8-day leadership training program. And we've tried to make that clear on the website and on the event guide, in that it's part of something which is much bigger. In that what we are doing is that we're hoping to start the program with this 8-day immersive retreat, which all of you will be part of. Now, one of the things that we want to do during the immersive retreat is for you, in addition to connecting with facilitators and also connecting with your fellow participants, is also to be able to allow you the opportunity to connect with a mentor. And this is something that will be offering you during the course of the program. It's not something which is compulsory, but it's something I think that you should take you should engage with, inshallah, if it is that you can. And I will be sending another Google form out during the course of the program on the Sunday, asking you whether or not you would like a 20-minute um, session with a mentor of your choosing during the course of the program. So this is something which we'll have then, and that gives you an opportunity to think about from now uh, what what are some of the things that you would like to talk about. Um, the other thing is that there are two documents which I sent out in the group, and I was hoping that all of you would fill out. One of that is trying to design a mission statement for each one of you. It's something which is personal, and then there is another document which is on planning and ensuring how do you plan and some ideas about planning a 12-month personal and self-development program. What I'm hoping, inshallah, is that you fill that out and that if you can make a photocopy of that, inshallah, or if it is that you wish to send the your a PDF version, that's fine. But if it is that you can make a photocopy of that filled version out, make sure you put your name on it. And if you can bring it along with you to the program. And we want to have a look at that, inshallah. Um, um, so once you come to the program, you hand it in to us, and then we would go through it and we would give it back to you and make some comments and so on. And also, it's something that you can also use uh, in your mentorship training session. So mentoring is a part of it during the course of the program. Now, what we're hoping as well is that if you want to have any follow-up sessions with your mentors after the program, then this is something, inshallah, we will consider as well, inshallah, um, after the program has finished. The next thing about the this program is that once the 8-day immersive retreat is finished, there will be some weekly webinars. There'll be 12 of them with different experts. Some of them will be from those facilitators who will be at the program, but there will also be some facilitators from different parts of the world who will be conducting some sessions, who will not be at the program for whatever, for a number of different reasons. Um, but some of them, different people from different parts of the world will be conducting those webinars on the topics, inshallah. Um, in terms of which are the topics, some of them we've determined, some of them we have not, but we're hoping that you will be able to help us and guide us in terms of what are the things that we have not been able to cover that you would like to see covered as part of those 12 webinars, inshallah. The next thing is that we're hoping to open up an online learning management system and offer some online learning modules at the end of the program. So this will allow you to be able to engage with others and also to be able to go through some of the modules in a little bit more detail. Um, so this is something that we will have after the program, inshallah. Um, One of the key things about this whole program is about the leadership challenge and the social change projects that we were looking at. So we will be working with an organization which I think most of you know of called NAMA, and NAMA will be conducting quite a number of sessions during the course of the program on these social change projects. They would be taking the lead on this. So you will be placed into groups of approximately 6 or 7, and you will be undertaking these projects. And some of the resources that you need to help complete these projects will be provided, inshallah, with the help of NAMA. A lot of the expertise which you need, but it is something that it will teach you all of the skill sets which are needed to be able to undertake social change projects. And inshallah, hopefully you can, with those skill sets, you will be able to undertake further projects in the future, or perhaps even extend the one that you will be involved in and make it something even far more impactful in the future. Um, Another thing that we're looking at is this whole area of private discussion forums. So we want to cover some of these, continue some of these discussions, not just normal chit chat, social discussion, but also a discussion in some more um, serious topics, inshallah. So this is something that we would like to do so inshallah, at the end of the program. So just to let you know that it's much more than just coming for 8 days. Is there anyone who has are there anyone who have any questions on this so far? Any questions? Feel free to unmute and then you can feel free to unmute inshallah if you have any questions. Okay. If you do, you can yeah. If just talk if inshallah if you have two people
Okay.
have raised their
Assalamu
hands,
alaikum.
so please. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
So thank you, Jazakumullah khairan. So I just wanted to be sure that you mentioned that those that are going to be having the mentorship program for the last 2 days, that's from I think 9/11s, have to participate. So, okay, let me coin it again. Those that are enrolling, for those of us that are enrolling for the first leadership program, impact program from 1 to 8, we don't necessarily have to be in the 9 to 11th program, right? Or do we
No,
have
no,
to
no,
be
no.
there?
That's a separate program. And those who and we selected, I think we selected 25 people to say
Okay,
that was a separate application process.
okay,
So not everybody, I mean, there were some people who applied, but they may not get through because we only had limited spaces. So that's a separate program, and it in a sense it's linked, but it's not linked to this program. Um,
okay,
so yeah, once this program finishes, it finishes. But that mentorship program is something which is beyond this. Yeah. So
okay. So
most people who are on the leadership program are not on the mentoring program. And the mentoring program, there are others from outside. There are other people who are also involved in the mentoring program who are not part of the leadership program. Is that does that un- does that understand explain or
mm, yes,
answer your
yes, I think I
question?
did. Yes, it
Okay.
does. Thank you.
Okay. I think there was somebody else who raised their hand.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum
Yeah,
salam. How are you?
I think,
Yes,
Alhamdulillah, so
person.
far so good. Yes, for my question is actually we can like talk about it later on, but yeah, seeing we have online session already. So I'm gonna ask about this program is 8 days for physical, right? And then we have 16-week online session.
Yeah. It's all 3 months in total. Yeah.
Okay, so all of us like compulsory to attend both of them.
Yes, inshallah. Yeah, it's all part of one. This is all part of the programs. Is what I'm trying to say is that this is not just an 8-day program and then you're finished. It's a lot more intense than that, and it calls for a lot more activities than just coming to the program for 8 days.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so yeah, actually, I try to attend all the session.
Yeah.
However, if I miss like online session or some like day or 1 day, 1 weeks or 2 weeks online session, that would be uh what we can say applicable for that.
No, that's not a problem in that we do understand that people are in different time zones as well,
Mm.
and that you may have things to do, but what we will do is that the with especially with the webinars, those webinars they will be recorded so that if you miss one, not a problem, then you can always view it at another time at your convenience. So
Okay.
yeah, so it should be fine, and the online modules, those are self-paced, so that you can engage with it, inshallah, um, in your own time and depending on your your work, inshallah. Um,
Inshallah.
we try to make it something because we do have people who are in different time zones, different parts of the world, and therefore we understand that it's just one of those things with timing that we just have to be flexible, inshallah.
Inshallah. Jazakumullah khair.
Inshallah. Yeah. The idea is that what we would like is that ideally we would like everybody to encourage each other and to support each other and to come because learning about all of these different leadership concepts is one thing, but the main part about leadership is about practice. How do you begin to take those conceptual ideas and put them into practice? And that takes time. And that takes, and that takes, continuous feedback as well. So that's something that we would like, it will be done, inshallah, over time, inshallah. And as I said, a big part of when we meet on the webinars also is to be able to get updates on the projects that we'll be involved in, because we do want to have and see impactful projects. But that's where we can make a difference, inshallah. Okay. All right. Is Brother Insaf here?
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, Doctor, I'm here.
Brother Insaf, you want to go through your section in terms of, because you're in charge of accommodation, isn't it?
Yeah, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Just I want to inform, inshallah, we will finalize the rooms allocation by tomorrow because we didn't receive the numbers of rooms and some details about the room yet. Hopefully, they will provide us by tomorrow. I kindly request our participant, if you could you please send me your arrival time to me personally in my WhatsApp. It would be a great help for us, inshallah. But everything is ready. We have to just allocate the room for each participant only.
Okay. Okay, excellent. Does any of
Uh,
the
I will put my WhatsApp number here, inshallah, in chat box.
yeah, yeah. Sam, you have you want to ask something?
Yes,
Say
yeah,
something?
yes. I have a question that which mahalla are you like gonna put us on, and then uh like if I come earlier, that possible?
Yes,
Not earlier,
Bassam.
like 2 or 3 days.
Bassam.
Just
Yeah, we have allocated in Mahalla Ruqayya, but the thing is, they will give us excess according to the date which we provided them. For an example, if you arriving on 31st, they will allow us only 31st only. Yeah, because we already informed them the arrival date of every participant.
okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
But I think Basa, it might be better to speak to um Insaf, communicate with him and then see if you want any adjustments made or if it's possible after this session, inshallah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Insaf, anything else you want to add?
No, doctor. Yes, that's it. I have post my WhatsApp number here. If
Yeah.
you need any clarification, you can contact me, inshallah.
Okay. Okay. Inshallah.
Okay.
All right. Right. So the program, inshallah, as everybody knows, will start on the Friday at Insaf, is it possible for them if they come a bit earlier
Yeah.
um on the Friday that they can check in?
Yeah, inshallah. Can.
So if they come before Jummah, for instance, would that be
Yeah,
possible?
inshallah. Yeah. From the
Yeah.
31st, they can access, inshallah. Our program
Oh,
start on first. Yeah.
yeah. So in other words, you're saying that from the 31st they can arrive of July.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So if some of you are arriving on the 31st, if you can make sure that you communicate with INSAF so that um, that your room will be allocated, inshallah, that there should be any issues. Um, okay. So what happens when you come on the 1st of August and you've sort of settled in and so there will be an introductory program which will take place, inshallah, and different dignitaries, including the rector of the university, will open the leadership training program. Now, one of the things that we want to do during the course of the program is that everybody will be part of a group of approximately between 6 and 7 people, and there will be 10 groups of you because we've selected just over 60 participants to be part of this leadership training. And we're hoping that this group of 6 or 7 will be a group that you'll be part of for the duration of the training. And in this group, you would also be
Excuse me,
in.
doctor.
Yes,
Excuse me, doctor.
go ahead.
Yeah, I have to add a small thing. When our
Yeah.
brothers coming from airport, you just put in your Grab dropping location Mahalla Ruqayya. It's enough. Mahalla Ruqayya. I will post in chat box also.
Okay. And take that. That's a really important. For those of you who are coming, make sure that when you taking your taxis, Grab, just put Grab as the destination, Muhalla Ruqayya. This is going to be put onto the chat, inshallah. Okay. So as I was saying that what we're hoping is that everybody will be in groups of about 6 or 7. Um, and there will be a number of different, and you'll be working as a team, and this team is also be a competitive team. So there will be group competitions, and you'll be given quite a number of different tasks to perform. And we'll also be looking at the way that a team performs as a team, and also how does the leadership perform in the team, as well as how does the followership perform in the team. So the team, in a sense, also will be assessed, and you will get feedback on that. The team also will be would engage with a project, and that project will last not just during the course of the program, but will last over the 3 months. And you'll be working with Nama and some of us in terms of trying to execute your projects that you've decided upon. The other thing is that there will also be presentations on your projects and which will take place, inshallah. Yeah, so there will be a number of different team activities which you will be part of. So that's with regards to the teams. And I think I will try and see for us. We're trying to finalize the exact teams, and hopefully, inshallah, we'll put it into the WhatsApp group so that you can know who your other allocated team members are. We're trying to make sure that the teams are diverse, so it's not just those that you already know, but we want you to be able to, to be able to meet new people and to be able to make new friends, inshallah. Okay, so that's something that in on Friday as well, there will also be an introduction to the projects. I think one of the brothers from Nama will be attending to be able to give us and start that process of the projects, inshallah. So the projects is a big part of this program, and every day you have time allocated towards your projects because it will take a lot of time to get those things done. Um, the other thing to mention is that on the Friday, we will be doing some group photos as well. Especially with some of the dignitaries who will be attending the program on the first day. So please dress appropriately for those photo shoots as well, inshallah. Um, some of you have changed your pictures for the profile in this event guide. If it is that you do want to change your photo or you don't like the way that your photo looked, whatever, please feel free to just WhatsApp me a new photo, or if you want to change something about your profile, please let me know. So you might want to know how did we come up with your profiles. So you may recall that when you applied for this program, that there were a number of things that you had to put in your application form, including some ideas about what it is that about your experience, about your expertise, about your skill sets. You had to provide your photo, of course, and you also had to provide up to a couple of hundred words looking at your leadership and your the skill sets and what you believe in terms of how you will use your training in the future, as well as record a video. So we took all of that information that you provided, and then we developed the statements that we've put in. Those statements, I think it's something which is something which you can improve upon, for the future. But it's something that at least you can use to start with, inshallah. If you want to change anything about those, please let me know. But at least you get an idea of who the participants are on the program. All right, so that's on the first day. On the second day and the remaining days, the program normally starts at around 6 in the morning with Salatul Fajr and Tazkirah, and there will be a Tazkirah at Mukhalla or Ruqayya every day in the mosque. So for you to attend, inshallah. Um, if it is that you would like to participate in that, just let me know. There are already some people who have been allocated. I need to find out if everybody has been allocated in terms of presentations. Um, and then there will be your rest preparation for the program itself. So the next thing is that I think in Saab, just to be clear, they will be walking from Muhalla Ruqayya to the university.
Yeah, there is a shuttle bus. Inshallah, we will provide the schedule of buses for the
Yeah.
students, inshallah.
Okay. So it's one of two things. If it is that because there is not much physical activity in terms of during the course of the programs, if it is that you want to walk, feel free to that you can walk. It takes about 20 minutes to walk from Muhalla Ruqayya to university. Or if it is that you want to take the shuttle bus times will be allocated, inshallah. Breakfast will be served promptly at 8 a.m. in the morning, and we'll finish by 8:40 in time for the day introduction, and then we go straight into the sessions. Um, there's quite a lot of sessions, so make sure that you are well rested in attending the different sessions, inshallah. And the program itself is quite straightforward. Um, there will be one of those days when there will be a difference, and that day will either be more than likely it will be on the Wednesday. We had initially put our day on the Tuesday, which looks like this, and which comes with a competition to go into KL city center and to do different type of activities. But I think we might have to switch it on to the Wednesday. But that decision, we'll let you know over the next couple of days, inshallah. So there will be an outdoor day. For those of you coming from abroad, make sure that you have it might be hot, and therefore dress appropriately for the hot weather, as well as for the heat, for the sun, and if you want to wear a hat or something like that to shade you from the effects of the sunlight, please feel free to do so. Make sure that everybody that you walk with your water bottles. Water would be key in terms of keeping you well hydrated in under the, on the, with the temperature conditions. So walk with your water bottles so that you can easily refill them, inshallah. Um, you will be taking notice that on the day that you'll be going out, there is no lunch and there is no dinner allocated or put onto the program, which means that as a part of your group of 6 or 7, how many of you are going on your group, we want you to be able to explore and experience some outdoor cuisine from KL. So for that purpose, you will be having your meals outdoor for that. So just to mention that, to make sure that you walk with some extra money as well, so that if you have to buy stuff, because you can, opportunity to be able to purchase different things, you can do so at the same time, depending on how long you're staying in KL, as well as you might have to take buses and other things to be able to get to your destination. So please walk with some, sort of extra money for that purpose, inshallah. Um, So that would be the outdoor day activity. Apart from that, all the other days will remain the same, and the program will finish quite late with dinner on the Friday, which means that we have also allocated accommodation for everybody on the Friday, so that you don't have to vacate on the Friday. Of course, if you're local and you want to leave on a Friday, then it's perfectly fine. But allocations will be there, and you can leave on Saturday morning, inshallah. Is there anybody who has any questions on the timetabling so far?
Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Rizal. Just to add to your point on the outdoor activity, would recommend getting good walking shoes and also slippers for your for the university and also when you go out. So comfortable walking shoes are very essential.
Um, Sister Azhar, for the would you recommend slippers for the rather than shoes for the muhalla? Not for the muhalla, for the program itself.
No. Because if the hall is cold, they prefer wearing socks or something. Yes, but an extra
Socks. Okay,
slippers for the
socks.
mahalla. Yeah,
Okay,
for
yeah.
the salah in the morning. So all these things, they may need slippers as well.
Okay.
Just for those who are not
Yeah,
aware of the Malaysian climate.
yeah. And just to mention that the hall in which the program is taking place is air conditioned, and therefore it might be a little bit cold, depending on what temperature is normally the air condition set at. Is it set at 21, or I'm not sure. Well, what temperatures is Asa?
I'm not sure, but it does get pretty cold. I'm not sure of the temperature
Okay,
though.
okay. In other words, okay, that's fine. So bear that in mind when you're dressing, for the programs, inshallah. Um, is there anybody else who have any questions on the timetabling of the program itself? No? Okay. All right. I think you've seen, I'm not going to go through the profiles and everything else. I think those are quite straightforward. Those are for you to, there are some of the lecturers, in fact, quite a few of the lecturers who profiles are not there yet. Um, but I think most of you are already there. Um, okay. So as you can see from the map, Rukaya Mohalla, I think Asa, is it fair to say it's the furthest one away from the university? So Azhar?
Yeah, yes, doctor. I think Brother Insaf will be better at explaining this.
Okay, right. So I think that's where, but the map is there. It's quite straightforward. If it is that you were walking, it just shows you. But I think most of you are young and fit, so all of you are young and fit, so that's great, inshallah. There are canteens and other things which are available on site as well. So if you fancy something else to eat, or you want a different type of snack, or you want to sort of enjoy something different in terms of local Malaysian cuisine, which we don't have on the menu, feel free to participate and go to those cafeterias, inshallah. Um, I think the everything about the rooms and so on, I'm not going to go into those things. Um, if it is that you don't have anything specific for, I think most people have indicated what whether or not they had any allergies or any special dietary requirements. But if it is that you want to emphasize the us particular dietary requirement, please feel free to reach out to us, inshallah, to Sister Asa, inshallah. So this comes through, and this is far more applicable for those of you who are coming from abroad. Um, can you make sure that your passports are valid? Uh, Many of you may have passports, and sometimes, our passport might be valid, but it may not be valid for at least 6 months. And that is something that there can be an issue if it is that your passport is due to expire under this time frame. So you don't want to have any issues at the airport or on leaving or departing. So make sure that your passport is valid, inshallah. The other thing is that I think for most of you, you don't necessarily need a visa, but if it is that you do, you're meant to have checked and to make sure that you got your visa, your e-visa as required. Now, we've put something here on the program says that to visit the Malaysian immigration government site to get to register for your Malaysia digital arrival card. And this is something which is mandatory. And all foreigners must submit this MDAC within 3 days before arrival. So what I would suggest is that today is the 27th. So, over the next couple of days, try and see if it is that you can fill that form out and submit it, inshallah, and keep a screenshot of the confirmation page so that you should need it, but if it is that you do, at least you have a copy of it on your phone, inshallah. Things to keep handy, as has put your passport, your visa, your tickets, of course, the MDAC confirmation. Yeah, you don't need a conference invitation letter. The email will suffice if anybody asks or where you're going to. And Insaf has already mentioned about the accommodation details, about you'll be at Rohal Roqaya, Mohalla Roqaya. We've put the address of Mohalla Roqaya on this event guide as well, so you can always get the address from it. For those of you who are looking at for your now for a lot of the activities you do need, in addition to your mobile phone, some sort of device. If you use tablets or if you use a laptop, it will be really helpful. There's a lot of activity you will require to which you will require computers for. So I would recommend that if it is that you do have one, please bring it along because it will be quite useful for you, inshallah, going forward, because there's a lot of work that you need with your laptops. Um, just to mention that is the type G type of plug that you'll require. So if it is that you don't have one of those, just make sure that you get one or you get an adapter for your plug, inshallah. Um, Now to be able to use your laptops, so to be able to use your mobile phones, the university does provide free Wi-Fi for a couple of hours for the day. And there may be places where you'll be going to where you don't have access to Wi-Fi. What we would suggest and we highly recommend is that everybody try and get a SIM card. They're not very expensive. Get a SIM card that will last you through the duration of your stay in Malaysia. So then, you don't have to worry about trying to connect with Wi-Fi, especially when you do need it. So if you can get a SIM card and with enough data on it for yourself, that would be quite helpful. I don't know if you want to add anything to this, Sister Azhar.
Yes, so as soon as you arrive, either before the immigration or once you've completed your customs, when you go to the arrival hall, both these places will have all the mobile companies. So there's Hotlink, there's one particular called Hotlink, and there's something called U Mobile. Hotlink has good network, so we can go, and they have travel-friendly packs as well. So we can inshallah go. So we suggest you also bring some loose changes, maybe around 10, 20, 50 ringgit so that you can buy the cards immediately. Some of them may have Visa card access, but it's also always better to have loose changes with you.
Um,
And it's also suggests you all to download the Grab Malaysia app uh, before you come, and then once you have the mobile data, you can just put in your number, and it'd be good to use it, inshallah.
okay, so remember that the Grab Malaysia app. So put that on your phone. You can download that onto your phone before you come to Malaysia, inshallah. And then, then afterwards you can put your thing in. There will be Wi-Fi at the airport. Isn't that so, Sister Asa?
Yes, before the participants come to the arrival hall with inside the airport it is, but I think once you come out of the customs into the main arrival hall, the Wi-Fi signal may be a little weak, so it's better to have a data card before as soon as you come into the arrival hall, inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay. The other thing, Sister Asa, can you just mention something about the unscrupulous people who might want to take advantage of participants and foreigners and so on, to be wary?
Yeah, yeah, like I think that happens in every country, you know. Do not, I mean, be very careful with your belongings, with your luggages. Do not leave them unattended. Alhamdulillah, Malaysia is relatively safe. It is, but still, it's always better to be cautious and make sure that your wallets are all closed. Do not leave your belongings with anybody. Do not hold on to anybody else's belongings as well within the airport. Even inshallah, for your safety, alhamdulillah, university is very safe. But even in the university, when you're going out for the outdoor activity, please make sure that your bags are all closed, locked. You have proper, secure places to store your money, your passports. We will inform about the passport carrying for the activity when you arrive here, inshallah. So, but always have a copy of your passport and your visa as PDF on the phones. Like every country, please be cautious. Do not make yourself extremely, you know, parent as a tourist or as a traveler. Inshallah, it is easy, and the locals here speak good English, so that is not a problem once again. Inshallah, so you can communicate with them in English as well. Inshallah.
Inshallah. When it comes to your health, if it is that you do have any medical problems or you're taking medication on a regular basis, please make sure that you bring your your regular medical medications with you. So if you're diabetic, and you need insulin, I'm not sure if there are any diabetics or insulin-dependent diabetics on the program. Um, we will have spaces for you to be able to store your insulin if you need places for storage. But just make sure that you bring whatever medication that you need. And there are standard things like paracetamol, cold flu remedies, things for your stomach, depending on what you eat, or antihistamines, or if you develop any form of allergies or anything like that. Um, the rooms in Mohalla Raqaya, I believe, are air conditioned, so hopefully you shouldn't meet too many friends in mosquitoes coming to you. Um, yeah, and to make sure that if it is that you can take out health and travel insurance, because that's not something that that we will be offering, inshallah. Okay, so I mentioned about a water bottle and a mug, which you should bring with you. I think it would be quite useful, especially to bring your water bottle because you want to keep yourself hydrated, at all times. Clothing we mentioned before. Remember, it's not British weather if you're coming from Britain or if you're coming from France. So you come. but it is a different type of tropical weather climate. So walk appropriately. Notebooks and pens, you'll be getting a bag as well, which will be not a leadership conference bag, which will have a lot of those things. But if you want to bring additional things with you, feel free to do so. We've put some indication of what the weather conditions will be like. So please take note that it's not just sun you have to be wary about, but there will be times when there will be rain as well. Um, so the as I mentioned before, the venue for the whole program is at the Gomba campus. It's and the residences there if it there are different areas which have been allocated in Mahalla Roqaya for brothers and for sisters. So they are not mixed areas, but they are separate areas for females and for males, inshallah. We've mentioned some things about the SIM cards and about the transport, about the currency and payment in terms of the equivalency to US dollar with the Malaysian ringgit. Um, if it is that you have credit cards, and that will be, I think, all places use credit cards. If it is that you want to bring cash and have it changed, that's something to think about as well. And there are changing shops that you should be able to use. Um, it's better to try and use one of those official changing areas rather than going through the airport and so on. Depending on the currency exchange, sometimes the rate can be variable. Okay, so we talked about getting to IUM, and for those of you coming from abroad, probably the easiest way to get there is by taking a Grab and coming to IUM, inshallah, which you can easily do on your phone. Those of you who are local, you would know how to get there, and I'm sure that you know all the different other means of transportation to get to the airport, inshallah.